and girls, we have been adding and subtracting whole numbers. We're going to extend that, and we're going to add and subtract decimals. So the same concept, lining up place value, only we're going to continue that into the decimals place. A good reference, if you wanted to refer to your book, you could find lesson 2.6, add and subtract decimals, on page 80 and 81. All right. So today, as I said, we're going to add and subtract decimals through the thousands. Just to review place value, we know that this is the tenths place, hundredths, and the thousandths. So if that gives you a picture of that. We know it's decimals because you have the THS at the end, thousandths. So our first problem asks us to solve this word problem. The members of the Crawford household consume 39 and 2/10 gallons of milk per year. The Ramirez family consumes 54 and 6/10 gallons of milk per year. How many gallons of milk do the two families consume in all? When we see the words in all, we know that we are going to perform the operation of addition. We're finding it in all. We're going to add those numbers, okay? So, the numbers that they gave us, if we wanted to estimate them to the nearest whole number, there they did that for us, okay? We're going to take and add these two decimals, 39 and 2/10 plus 54 and 6/10. Now notice they lined those numbers or those digits up according to place value. One thing that I like to think of with my friends is to use that decimal as an anchor, okay? So you know you've got to line up that decimal. If you line up that decimal and use that as an anchor, the rest of the digits will fall into the correct place value. Okay. So here we'd start over in the tenths place. 2 plus 6 is 8. They're weighting. You can sometimes. I even tell my friends to take that decimal and put it straight down right away. Here they're going to wait till the very end. Okay, but you're just bringing that decimal straight down. 9 plus 4 is 13. Then they didn't carry the 1, but you probably would if you were solving this problem. And then 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 is 9. And then they brought that decimal straight down. So these two families in all drank 93 and 8/10 gallons of milk. Okay, and we know that that is very close to the estimate that we had, so it was a reasonable answer. Here they're going to ask us to find 67 and 3/10 plus 22 and 4/10. The first thing that we're going to do is rewrite that problem and put the digits in the correct place value, okay? And then 22 and 4/10. Again, I've got my decimals lined up, my digits in the correct place value, and I'm going to add. Okay, 3 plus 4 is 7. I'm going to bring my decimal straight down. 7 plus 2 is 9, and 6 plus 2 is 8. So my answer would be 89 and 7/10. So I'm going to come over here. It looks like it would be B. Annexing zeros. I just love to say that word, annex. Annex a zero. And essentially what that means is this. If you have a number, 52 and 1/10, and we're going to subtract 29 and 31 hundredths. I'm going to rewrite that problem, 52 and 1/10. And now, remember, we're going to line up our decimals using that decimal as an anchor and subtract 29 and 31 hundredths. I will tell you the most common mistake is made if you don't remember to annex a zero. Okay, some people will look at this and they'll just bring this one straight down. That is the most common mistake. Don't let it happen to you, boys and girls. When we annex a zero, we know that right here in the hundredths place put a 0 there, and then go ahead and subtract. And annexing a 0 means just simply putting the 0 in. So we can perform our subtraction. So I know I can't say 0 take away 1. I'm going to borrow here. This becomes 0, and this becomes 10. So 10 minus 1 is 9. I come over to the 10th place, and can I say 0 take away 3? No. So I'm going to borrow again. This becomes 1. This becomes 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. I'm going to bring my decimal straight down. Okay, there it is. I want to get this guy out of there so it doesn't look like it's a decimal. Can I say 1 take away 9? No. So I'm going to borrow from the 5. The 5 becomes 4, and this becomes 11. 11 take away 9 is 2, and 4 take away 2 is 2. So my final answer becomes 22 and 79 hundredths. Now they're going to walk us through, and we're going to see that what we did is very similar to what they're asking us, what they end up doing. They lined up the decimal points, and they annexed a 0. There it is, just like we did. They subtracted the numbers according to place value, just as we did. And then they put the decimal in, and they came up with the exact same answer that we did. So the difference is 22 and 79 hundredths. Okay, here's another problem that we have to practice with. They give us the problem 75 and 2/10 minus 48 and 3/10. And again, we're subtracting. Okay, I look at that problem. It's all ready to go. I've lined up my digits according to place value. I'm using my decimal as an anchor. I'm going to bring that down right now so I don't forget. I look in the 10th place. Can I say 2 take away 3? No. So I'm going to borrow. This becomes 4. And I'm bringing over 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. Okay, so I've got 12 here now. 12 take away 3 is 9. Can I say 4 take away 8? No. So I'm going to borrow from the 7. The 7 becomes 6, and this becomes 14. 14 take away 8 is 6. 6 take away 4 is 2. So my final answer, when I'm finding the difference between those two numbers, is 26 and 9/10. I look over here, and I find it as letter C. Okay. Again, make sure that you double check to make sure that you've copied the problem correctly when you rewrite it, and then again you've lined up the digits according to place value, and you've also included your decimal in your final answer.